Imagine waking up every day with absolute clarity, knowing exactly what to focus on and how to make the most of your time. No overthinking, no unnecessary stress, just pure, productive thinking. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, in Think Straight, Darius Foroux teaches us how to achieve this state of mind by eliminating mental clutter and learning to think with purpose. Today, we'll dive into the key lessons from this life-changing book, breaking it down chapter by chapter. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to take control of your thoughts and unlock your full potential. Let's begin. We often believe that intelligence or knowledge alone leads to success, but Forrest argues that clear thinking is what truly sets successful people apart. The problem? Mental clutter. Most people spend their days overthinking, worrying, and getting distracted by irrelevant things. Think about it. How often do you catch yourself lost in thoughts about the past or anxious about the future? These thoughts don't add any value to our lives. Instead, they drain our energy and prevent us from taking meaningful action. The solution: thinking with purpose. Thinking straight means filtering out unnecessary thoughts and focusing only on what truly matters. Forrest compares our minds to a computer. The more unnecessary programs running in the background, the slower it becomes. To improve our mental performance, we need to close these extra programs and think with intention. Ask yourself, is this thought useful? If not, let it go. The more you practice this, the more you'll be able to think clearly and make better decisions. Now that we understand why straight thinking is important, let's explore what prevents us from thinking clearly in the first place. Have you ever found yourself overanalyzing a simple decision, like what to wear or what to eat? This is because our minds have a natural tendency to overcomplicate things. Why do we overthink? Overthinking comes from fear. Fear of failure, fear of making the wrong choice, fear of what others might think. Forrest explains that overthinking doesn't make us more prepared. Instead, it paralyzes us and stops us from taking action. The illusion of control. Many people overthink because they believe that if they analyze every possible outcome, they can control the future. But the truth is, we can't predict everything. Instead of wasting time on endless what-ifs, we should focus on what we can control, our actions in the present moment. A practical exercise to stop overthinking. The next time you find yourself stuck in a loop of overthinking, try this simple technique. Write down your thoughts on paper. Identify which ones are actionable and which are just noise. Take action on the things you can control and ignore the rest. So, if overthinking is one of the biggest barriers to straight thinking, how do we train our minds to think clearly? That's what we'll explore in the next chapter. We often assume that success requires complexity, but in reality, the most successful people think in simple, direct ways. Why simplicity works. Steve Jobs once said, "Simple can be harder than complex." You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. The most successful entrepreneurs, athletes, and thinkers focus on a few core principles instead of trying to master everything. The 90-10 rule. Forrest introduces the 90-10 rule. 90% of our thoughts are unnecessary, and only 10% actually lead to meaningful action. If we learn to focus only on the 10% that truly matters, we can eliminate distractions and become more productive. How to simplify your thinking. Here's a simple strategy to declutter your mind. Identify your core priorities. What truly matters to you? Your health, career, relationships? Eliminate unnecessary decisions. Reduce choices in everyday life, e.g., with the same type of outfit daily. Plan meals in advance. Use mental models. Instead of analyzing everything from scratch, use proven thinking strategies like first principles thinking, breaking down problems to their fundamental truths. Now that we've simplified our thinking, let's explore how to develop the habit of action-oriented thinking. Forrest emphasizes that the purpose of thinking is not just to analyze, but to take action. The difference between passive and active thinking. Passive thinkers constantly consume information but rarely act on it. They read books, watch videos, and take courses but never apply what they learn. Active thinkers, on the other hand, take immediate action on new insights. How to train your mind to take action. 1. The 5-second rule. If you have an idea or a decision to make, count down from 5 and act before hesitation kicks in. 2. Set implementation intentions. Instead of saying, I'll work out tomorrow, say, I will work out at 7 a.m. at the gym. The more specific your plans, the more likely you are to follow through. 3. Adopt the less but better mindset. Instead of trying to do everything, focus on a few high-impact activities. Thinking straight is not about having more knowledge. It's about using our minds efficiently. By eliminating overthinking, simplifying our thoughts, and focusing on action, we can unlock a new level of clarity and productivity. If you found these lessons valuable, make sure to subscribe for more book summaries that help you think better and live smarter. Let me know in the comments. What's one thing you're going to do today to simplify your thinking? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.